All right, we're recording. Yay! Welcome to Fun Food and Facts, you guys. So excited to have you on. I think there might be a couple people on I've never seen on before that might be new. And if so, I'll introduce myself so that you know who I am, or if you're watching this recording and you don't know, maybe you're like, hey, who is this girl? My name is Samantha Mashari, and I'm going to be your host tonight for Fun Food and Facts. I am a 3-star director with Champion, and I'm very excited that we do this every single Sunday. And it depends on what time zone you're in. For me, it's at 6 o'clock. Most of you, it's at 9. Some of you, it's at 8. Just depends. We're all scattered all over the country. And that's what's really cool is we can get together on Sunday nights and have this time together. So tonight, well, actually, we're going to be running a series for a little while. And it's all about fall, because it's fall again, right? You know it's fall when there's pumpkin spice everything, everywhere. Pumpkin spice everywhere. And I know I've seen it everywhere. I know you guys have seen it everywhere, but tonight we're going to talk about fall. And I'm going to do tonight just a little bit different. Just a little different, because I don't know, this is what spoke to me, and I like to give you guys what I think speaks to me. So, and I also love to see like comments and see like what you guys think and talking through it, because it always helps. So as we are doing this, go ahead and feel free to write comments, because I love it and it helps. So, all right. So what I want you to do is write a couple things down. That's why I want you to get a pen and paper, because it's gonna be really important that you write some of this stuff down. And I'm gonna tell you what's write down. So first of all, I have 3 things, and I want you to answer these 3 questions, okay? Number 1, and I promise I have somewhere I'm going with this, okay? So number 1, I want you to write down why you said yes to opening up your own Tupperware business. I'll wait just a second so you can write that down. Or if you want to write the question down and then like think about it and go back and answer it later, that's okay. But that's the number 1 question. Why you said yes to Tupperware. Why you said yes. Okay? Number 2, why do you stay with the company? Why do you stay with the company? Okay, number 3, what are your goals for the next 3 months? What are your goals for the next 3 months? So number 1 is write down your why you said yes to Tupperware, why you stay with the company, and what are your goals for the next 3 months. And when I say goals for the next 3 months, that might be something you might have to take some time for, but I'm gonna ask you to write down 20. And they don't have to all be Tupperware related, okay? I would love for you to write down 20 goals that you would like to accomplish in the next 3 months. And I'm gonna give you some examples. So 20 goals could be, I want to finally clean out that linen closet, right? That's a goal, right? Or I want to finally update my desk, like that's a goal. Or I want to have my first $1,000 party, right? That's a goal. I want to have my first, $4,000 month in sales. Whatever it is, I want you to write down 20 goals. It's really important, okay? So what are your goals for the next 3 months? And 20. Again, they're not all Tupperware related, because our lives aren't all Tupperware related, are they? Let's think about that. Like, it's a huge part of most of our lives, or some of our lives. I mean, some of you are probably like newer. Maybe it's not as big of a part of your life yet, but it's a small part. But for me, it's a huge part of my life, right? And for a lot of you, I know it is too. But it's not my whole life. So when I have 20 goals over the next 3 months, they're not all Tupperware related. A lot of times they kind of stem back from Tupperware related, but they're not all Tupperware related. So those are 3 things that I want you guys to please do for me, okay? I want you to answer those questions and write down your 20 goals, and I want you to email them to me. I know that sounds crazy, like, why? You're not my director? Or maybe I am. I know a couple of you on that I am your director. But it's something I really want to see for a couple of reasons. Number 1, a lot of you have been with me in Fun Food and Facts since we started this. Did you know we started this a year and a half ago? You guys, we started this in March. Let's see, we're in 2017. In 2016. March of 2016, we started Fun Food and Facts. That's crazy, right? And so a lot of you have been with me since the beginning. I know a couple of you have for sure, right? I know Patricia's been with me since the beginning. And so that's really cool, yeah. And so, oh yeah, Kelly Hand is on, yes. I would just say, I hope Kelly gets on. I think she's gonna like that. Give your email for everyone. I will give my email. All right, I'm gonna write it in the comments, and then I'm also gonna say it out loud. Okay, so it's tuppergirlsam@gmail.com. And I want you to put in the subject line, Fun Food and Facts. That way I know that's coming from you, okay? And don't forget to sign it with your name, because even though I should probably know your emails, I don't all know your emails. So you might be giving me like your goals. I'm like, I don't know who to send me this. So make sure you give me your name, because I don't know all your emails to do that with, okay? And so, gosh, I should have you write this down. I also want your home address, your mailing home address. So you're going to send me the answer to these 3 questions, sign it with your name and your home address, like your mailing home address. So if your home address is different than your mailing address, your mailing address, okay? Like I said, we've been with each other for a while, and I really want to know your guys' hearts. And I've been having a lot of heart things lately, and things have been changing for me, and I want to know what's going on with you guys, and I really do. I want to know. So that's going to be really important. So I really, really hope you guys will do that. So I'm going to repeat it one last time, just in case you just got on. Answer these 3 questions. Number 1 is write down why you said yes to Tupperware. Number 2 is why you stay with the company. And number 3 are what are your goals for the next 3 months? 20 goals. And it doesn't have to be Tupperware related, like I said, just 20 goals for you. And if you're like, I can only think of 5, send whatever you got. But try really hard to come up with 20, okay? Even if you're on here, you're like, I'm a director doing it, send it to you. Yes, because we're all family, we're in this together, right? All in this together. And if you know where that's from, you're cool. If you don't, then look it up so you can be cool too. Okay, so that's what we have. All right, that's the beginning part of it. Let's get to the training. I hope you guys are ready. Okay, my screen's doing something a little funky. Let me fix this. All right. So something else I want you to do with your notebook is I want you to write, like, down the side, F-A-L-L. I love a good acronym. I do. And we're going to use fall, because we're going to fall back in love with our business. So I'm going to tell you a little secret. This is something that's hard to admit, but I'm going to admit it because let's just do it. I had a really, really hard summer. If you guys had a hard summer with your business, and I don't normally have a hard summer with my business, usually summer's great for me, right? But if you had a hard summer for your business, I want you to comment in the comments and let me know. Or maybe you had a fantastic summer, let me know that too, okay? But this summer was really, really hard for me. And I'm gonna tell you why, because I think it's gonna go to this next step that'll help you guys as well. You fell, yeah. Tell you what, girl, I fell hard too, you know? And I'm gonna tell you, it started with the move. I moved in May and I lost track of my vision. I lost track of my goals. I lost track of what I wanted out of life and out of my business, right? And that happens to all of us. And I'm admitting this to you guys because I want you to understand that it doesn't matter what level you are on, it happens to us all. You lost your mojo. Johnny, I lost my mojo at one point too. I called Ellen at one point. I said, Ellen, I quit. And she goes, what do you mean? What are you quitting right now? And I said, life. I just quit everything. And of course I was being dramatic because, you know, we have those days. Summer is always hard. I'm back, but I'm back good. See, I don't usually have hard summers. I usually get my mojo in my summer, right? And I get all ready for fall. My summer went fairly well. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, you might say that, Marcia says, LOL. So, all right, some of us are a little bit all over the place, and that's okay. And again, I admit this because I think that a lot of times people look at like the directors or they look at specific people and think, oh, they have it all together, right? Everything just goes so easy for them, and I could never be like them. Girl, you'd be wrong, okay? Because we all go through it. Just not all of us want to admit it. So I'm going to admit it to you that I had a really hard summer, and I need to fall back in love with my business. And I'm going to tell you, this is how I'm doing it right now. So taking care of the hubby, trying not to cry all the time, ups and downs. Oh, it's Mama Shar. Oh, I tell you. Oh, see, my heart hurts already knowing all of this stuff. But I want to hear these things. When you're sending me emails with this email of your goals, feel free to tell me what's going on in your life anyways. Think of me like your pen pal when you're just lay it all out, because I want to know. I want to know what's going on. You know, I really do. And not just because I'm like, oh, let's try to get through this. No, sometimes it feels good to write it out and to send it out to the world. And I'm going to be the world that you're going to send it out to. So fall. So F-A-L-L. F stands for freedom. I want you to write that down. We're going to go back over all of them, but I want you to know what they all stand for. You're welcome, I'm sure. A stands for all in. Okay? All in. We've got two L's. The first L stands for learn it. And the second L stands for love it. So freedom, all in, learn it, love it. We're going to come back to that. Well, actually, let's just start with the F, because I have my notes down here and I was going to go from one to the other, but I think we're going to just start up here. All right, so freedom. There's something that I want freedom from. I want freedom from debt and worry. This is my freedom. What's your freedom? Again, feel free to write this in your email if you want. I'm really looking forward to reading these emails, so please don't think, oh, she just sang that. No, dude, I want the emails, okay? But what do you want freedom from? I want freedom from debt and worry. I have a ton of debt. If you don't know this about me, I have shopping issues. I haven't shopped in probably 20 days, and it's killing me inside, but it's because I'm trying to get freedom from debt and worry. I worry all the time about everything. I worry about finances. I worry about, oh my gosh, is my house clean enough? Which clearly never looks like it isn't been here, but I actually do clean my house. Just kind of my office gets a little messy, right? I worry about everything. I worry about what's going to happen. What are we going to eat tomorrow? What are we going to eat today? What am I going to cook? I worry all the time. I'm a worry wart. So those two things I want freedom from is I want freedom from debt and I want freedom from worry. And those are things I have to work on, right? I'm sure you guys have things you want freedom from as well, and they're not going to happen overnight. We're going to have to work on them. Number 2 was A for all in. I am all in for my freedom right now. Well, are you all in? What do you want your freedom from? Maybe it is debt. It seems to be a lot. That seems to be a lot of people's issue is I want to be free from debt. And this first step, and I'm telling you my steps because I want to hopefully inspire you to do this as well if it's something you can relate to. But the first thing I had to do was I had to come face to face with how much debt I really had. I just kept paying it every month, right? Paying it. But I really didn't know what I actually owed. So going through and figuring out how much I actually owe and the debt that I have to pay off, it was eye-opening to me. Eye-opening. So now I have a number that I need to be free from. And I am all in because I do not want that worry on my plate anymore. It's one of those things that if you don't say it out loud, you can pretend it's not so. Oh, it's true, Patricia. And Sherry says debt too. All right, so if you want freedom from your debt and you're all in, you're gonna have to face it. How much do you owe? If you want freedom from whatever it is, you're gonna have to face it. And that's gonna come down here in a minute. I'm gonna get there. Tonight's gonna be a little bit about education, a little about inspiration. I hope this helps you because this has been helping me. So, all in. All in does not mean you have one foot in the door and one foot out of the door. And I'm going to be honest. These are all honesty things that I'm not sure if I should even share, but I'm going to share. There was a little while at some point where I had one foot out the door of Tupperware and one foot in. And the reason why was because I was having such a hard time. And it came back to me, I had to face it. I had to face why I was having a hard time. It wasn't because there weren't parties out there. It wasn't because there wasn't people to work with. It was because I wasn't doing the work. I had to face the fact that I wasn't doing the job that needed to get done, right? So I had one foot in and one foot out. I kept going, you know, I'm pretty qualified. I could probably get hired at any corporation. I could make a whole lot of money, right? And then I wouldn't have to worry about this and worry about that. But then I'd have like 18 other worries I'd have to do too, right? And so I had one foot in and one foot out. And then I had to realize I'm all in. I don't want one foot in and one foot out. This is my job. This is my career. This is my passion. This is what I love. My feet are in. I'm all in. Are you all in? It's something you're going to have to think about for yourself, because if you're all in, you're going to do it. Whatever it is that you want to do, you're going to do it. And it's true. Rick Goings said this one day. Rick Goings is our CEO of Tupperware Brands worldwide. Brilliant man. Love hearing him speak. And I heard him, I think it was either at Jubilee or Summit. I honestly don't remember which one it was at. But he says, you are where you are in life right now because you want to be. Because if you didn't want to be there, you'd do something about it. And that literally punched me in the gut. And I went, I'm nowhere near I want to be. That's not my fault. And then I started playing the victim, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's right. I am where I am because I want to be. Because if I wanted to be somewhere else, I'd do something about it. Right? So that's a hard gut to face. Some of these are hard truths. But hard truths, you can get mad at the world, but in the long run, you just got to get mad at yourself and get over it and know that you want freedom from it and you want all in, right? All in. I can't hear you say it, but I want to hear you spell it. All in. Own it. I love it, Patricia. Own it. I want to see some all-ins. All in. All right, we got one all-in. In caps, you guys. All in. Exactly. Cap that, right? Sounds funny, cap that. Okay. We're all in. All right. So, learn it. There are some things we have got to learn. If you are not particularly the best at dating parties, because that's what we're going to have to do to be able to get out of debt and do more, then you're going to have to do some research. You're going to have to watch some videos. You're going to have to go on a couple parties with somebody who's really good at them, right? You're going to have to learn it. You're going to have to practice it. That's part of learning. I mean, it seems silly, but you're going to have to do it. If you're not the greatest at recruiting, learn it. Because I'll tell you what, I was the worst recruiter ever. The only recruits I ever got, and I don't even know how I got them, were from people coming up to me at the party saying, or they'd call me the next day, I think I want to do this. And I'm like, you do? Are you sure? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, let's sign you up. I was the worst recruiter. I could date anybody, man. I was the dating queen. And I was known as a dating queen, but recruiting, not so much. And now my problem is, when I go out to a party, is I don't date because I recruit them all. I know it's a weird, good problem, right? But I had to how do I balance the two, right? So if you're not good at recruiting, practice it. If you're not good at talking to people, learn it. These are all things you can learn, whether you are an introvert or an extrovert, you're shy, you're outgoing, it doesn't matter. Learn it. If you need help learning that, put it in the email to me. Maybe I can find some trainings for you or point you in the right direction. Learn it. And the last L is love it. You have to love this. If you don't love it, why are you doing it? Right? How do you get over being mad at yourself? Oh, dude, I get mad at myself all the time. A lot. I'm gonna skip the love, not skip, but pause the love it to answer that. How do you get over getting mad at yourself? It really is gonna be about an inner thing. You're gonna have to learn to let it go. Maybe it's another L. Fall. Let it go. Fall. Third L, guys. Putting it in there. Let it go. Because you might have to get to the roots of the problem of why you're mad at yourself. Yeah, simply forgive yourself for being human. That's a perfect answer, Anna. Thank you. But you might have to get to the root first of why you're mad at yourself and then forgive yourself. You know, you're going through a lot right now, Shar. And maybe that has a lot to do with how you're feeling mad at yourself. But, you know, I get mad at myself a lot. I had to stop myself from saying, you're a loser. Because I've said it so much, I start singing the Beck song. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? And I realized that is not okay. That's not okay to say to myself. It's not okay to go, shh, stupid Samantha, stupid Samantha. I say that a lot, especially when I'm on my computer or I make a mistake. We gotta stop saying that to ourselves, right? Because that's what's putting in our head. So yeah, so the love it. You have to love it. If you aren't in love with it, stop doing it. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. I've been doing Facebook parties for a while, and lately I have not loved them. I've lost my love for them. And then I thought to myself, well, maybe I need to relearn it, which is why we had Nikki on, right? Maybe it was like 2 weeks ago, I think she was on, and she helped me learn it and maybe love it again, just a little bit more. So now I'm redoing some Facebook parties, like I'm putting them in, and I used to hate book parties, so like maybe I need to relearn it again. So I went back through and did some more trainings on it, so now I'm doing a book party right now with somebody. It's just, if you don't like it, you might have to go back and learn it and then love it. And if you're learning it and you're trying it and you don't love it, then don't do it. It's as simple as that. New comments. Self-talk is the worst. It is the worst. You need to be positive to you first and positive to everyone and everything else. True that. Never call yourself stupid, and I believe it. But, you know, I catch myself doing it. I can't be the only one that does that, right? We just have to learn to not ever do that. And when we do it, forgive ourselves, and then try not to do it again. So freedom, all in, learn it, and love it. And the reason why I want you to know this is because you need to fall back into your business. Fall back in love with your business. We have a fantastic business. You know, I've had the pleasure of talking to a lot of different people and a lot of different direct sales lately, and you know, we're really lucky. We're very blessed to be in Tupperware. There are so many other companies out there that don't even pay their people what they should at all, or barely pay them anything. They don't give them the support or the love that they have. And not just Tupperware, but we're blessed to be in Champion. Do you guys know that? Like, I've gone out and seen other people, and I'm like, why are we all learning this? And they're like, because nobody else has learned it yet. I'm like, this is what I've learned from the beginning. And it's because we had great mentors in Champion, great people, not just mentors. My gosh, everybody's a mentor in Champion. We're all great people. And I think that we're really blessed to have what we have. So freedom, all in, learn it, and love it. All right, so we're going to go down. And I know I talked about educating yourself. I'm going to say it again. You need to educate yourself, okay? And I'm going to write this here. Oops, I just spelled it wrong. Okay, I'm putting this in the thing. Oops, I spelled it wrong again. Dang it all. Okay, I want you guys to take this. I'm going to say it out loud in a second, but I want you to take this link and save it. It's FSRC, stands for the Filthy Stinking Rich Club, FSRC.podcastpeople.com. If you guys are not aware of this yet, get aware of it right now. Because anytime I feel whatever I feel, lost or anything, the first place I go for training is there. It's the best training that you're going to get all over the United States from some of the best people. And sometimes you might have heard it already, but maybe we need to hear it again, right? That's happened to me plenty of times. I'm like, ooh, I stopped doing that. Or, oh, I think I've heard that before. Why did I want to do that, right? I try that out. It kind of gives me a new thing. So educate yourself. That's a great place to start, okay? Just to start. If you need more education, go do it. Talk to your director even. I need more education on time management. I need more education on this. I need more education on that, right? Obviously, you're on Fun, Food, and Facts, so you want educated and you're getting educated here, but sometimes you need a little bit more in depth. FSRC.podcastpeople.com is one of the best podcast sites I've ever been on, and I've been on that from day one that I started in Tupperware. Literally day one, and I can say that almost all of the inspiration I've ever had is on there. Question, does the chat show up in the morning, in the recording? I don't think the chat does show up in the recording. That's why I like to say it out loud. Yeah, I don't think it does. Okay, educate yourself. Practice it. This is so important, you guys. I need you to practice this stuff. I need you to, okay, think back. When you were little kids, I don't know if you guys did this. I did this. I need you to tell me in the comments if you did or didn't do this. But I used to love to stand in front of all my stuffed animals and tell them everything. I would teach them, right? I'm going to teach them. I played teacher, I played cashier, right? And I love to stand in front of them and present things to them. Maybe that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now in life. I don't know. But I loved it. And I loved practicing it too. And I wasn't scared of making mistakes in front of them because they're my stuffed animals. You didn't do that, Darlene? Not me. Nobody did that. Was I the only one? I thought I would not be. Okay. Well, we need to practice things. Maybe you guys were in sports. Maybe, no, but I did sing to them. Okay, you sang. That's great. I had imaginary friends. That's awesome. But we had to practice something at some point in our lives. If you were singing to them, Kendra, that was you practicing, right? Everybody had to practice something. So I want you to practice what you're doing. If you have a new recipe or a new something you're trying, practice. And I don't mean practice by like just doing it, but practice what you're going to say. Say it over and over again. Write it down on note cards. Try to memorize things, right? Practice makes perfect. Number 3 on this list, as I'm going through my list here, is do it. A lot of times, not a lot, most times, people take all these notes and they show up to all these events and they try to get so inspired and then they wonder why it's not working. And it's because they're not doing it. Even if you're scared to fail, if you're not doing it, you've already failed, right? You gotta do it. You just gotta do it. Do something. You know, even if it, I'm gonna tell you the times I've crashed and burned. I'm not a big fan of the phone at all. But when I get on the phone, usually the first 2 phone calls, especially if they're voicemail messages, I literally stumble so much and then I hang up and go, not only are they not going to call me back, but they're probably going to laugh because that was pretty horrible. Or I get on the phone and I get really nervous and tongue-tied. I'm like, hi, this is Samantha with Tupperware. Hi. And I do that. I really legit do that. And then they're like, oh, hi. And I'm like, and I forget why I even called. Or then I chicken out why I really did call and say, I just want to see how you love your Tupperware. Do you love your Tupperware? That's me chickening out because I don't want to ask about a party. That happens. But I did it and I got through it. And by the 3rd call, I was like, okay, I calmed down. I got this, right? Put the words into motion. If you have no motion, you are not moving forward. Haha, that is so me. It's true. You got to do it. So educate yourself, practice it, and do it. Crush your fears is the next thing on my list. The reason why we're not doing what we're doing is because we're scared. What are you scared of? What are we scared of? I mean, you can write it if you want. That's cool. If you don't want to, you know, rejection. That's the number 1 thing, rejection. Oh, look, 2 people wrote rejection. So failure. Okay, that's a good one, failure. All right, well, again, if you're not doing it, you've already failed, right? Failure is not, it's not that you're not succeeding at it. It's not doing something you want to do, right? It's not, I think we have to define what failure is. You know what? We're going to do that right now. I'm going to look up the definition of failure. Definition. Hang out a second, guys. So we're going to talk about that. Sometimes it's a fear of success. Actually, I have that. Is that weird? I know that's weird, but it's so true. Okay, what word do you want to look up? We want to look up failure. Let's look it up. Failure. Lack of success. An unsuccessful person, enterprise, or thing. The omission of expected or required action. The action or state of not functioning. Okay, so lack of success. Maybe we need to figure out what the success means for us. Failure is lack of trying. It totally is. But what does success look like? It's different for everybody, right? Success could literally be getting up that day and making a phone call because you've been so scared to do it. You succeeded, right? It doesn't have to be some big, oh, she drives this and looks like this and is that and has this. No, success can be little, right? All right, we're going to go back up here. Rejection. What are we afraid of being rejected from? That's a good question. Put off. They just put it off. I seldom get rejected. Yeah, all right. They do put it off. You know what? And sometimes that's okay, but here's what it is. If they're putting it off, you have to still do the follow-up. You have to do the follow-up. something going on my screen. Is it getting darker for you guys on the screen? Okay, fixed it. Sorry, something's wrong with my screen. Put it off. All right, so Ellen taught me this years ago. She had like a maybe later list. So she had like a clipboard and she'd write down names and numbers and like what they wanted. And I would say, and she would say, okay, she would call because they were on the list. So she'd call and she would say, Kendra, hi, I have you on my maybe later list because this is what, you know, we already talked about it. So she already knows my maybe later list. And I wanted to call and see how things were going right now because we have a fantastic hostess gift special. And I really want you in on this. Is this a good time for you? Because I've got these 3 dates open. Let's check it out. And if she says, no, it's not a good time, these were really good words she would say. Okay, that's no problem. When do you think would be a better time that I could give you a call back? And if she kind of either is putting you off, maybe, or if she says, oh, maybe next week or next month. Okay, great. So I'm going to call you next month, right? After the second time of saying no, she would say, so I don't really want to bother you if this is not something you want to do. If it is, it's totally great. I'll call you on my maybe later list. But if it's not something you really want to do, would you like me to take you off my list? And they would, and some people would be like, no, I don't want to be taken off the list, right? No, I really am just really busy. Please call me back. Or they would say, you know what? Go ahead and take me off the list. I just don't know if it's going to work out for me. And then you can thank them. I appreciate your honesty because I don't want to waste your time or bother you if it's not something that you would like to do. It's not rejecting you. It's just not in their cards right now. I mean, I am absolutely sure that if somebody called you and wanted you to do a ... party and you weren't interested and you just wanted to be nice, right? And you didn't want to tell them, but you had no intention to ever do it whatsoever. Just tell them sometimes. You still don't want to be rude, but if they gave you an out, would you like me to take you off my list? It's an out for them. They're putting you off sometimes because A, they're super busy, or B, they don't have an out without feeling like they're hurting your feelings. So give them an out. And it's okay if they take it. There's no hard feelings, right? That's not rejecting you. So, oh, good. Okay, good. I just changed it on my side because for some reason my screen was going dark. But, so yeah, what else are we afraid of? Because I say, hashtag crush your fears, guys. Crush them. Let's say what they are and just do it. If you're afraid of rejection, go out there and try to get rejected. Go out there and try to get rejected 10 times because then your fear's over. You'll start laughing at it. Ha! Reject me all you want. And don't bother me. You know, whatever you're afraid of, go try to do it. If you're afraid of success, go out there and be super successful. Don't be afraid of it anymore, right? If you're afraid of trying, start trying. Do the opposite of what you're afraid of. And after a while, you're going to find that not only are you not afraid of it, but because you hit it so head on like this, that you're going to be really good at it. What is really funny is I don't have an issue with people saying no to my face, but for some reason on the phone, it's harder. It is so much harder on the phone, and I don't know why that is. I think it's because we can't see their expression, and we don't know, like, if they're like, no, you know what I mean? Like, how many times have we done that on the other end? You're rolling your eyes at people, right? Or you're like, oh my gosh, shush, right? But you're, oh yeah, totally, right? Like, we've all been there and done that, especially with, like, I don't know, like, you ever smell the things at, like, fairs or festivals and they call you a million times, right? And you're trying to get rid of them, you kind of roll your eyes at them. It's usually what I do. But I'm a body language type of person. Right, we read people, and a lot of times you can't read them over the phone, but you definitely can't read them over text messages, which is why a phone call is better than a text message, right? So, yeah, we can't read their body language. That's what scares us the most. But let me tell you something. They won't remember it later. They're not going to remember it. And we're thinking too much of ourselves if we think they are. It's true. So, all right, we're going to do some sum ups, all right? Freedom, all in, learn it, love it. Write down why you said yes to Tupperware, why you stay with the company, what are your goals the next 3 months, try to make it to 20. Educate yourself, practice it, do it, and hashtag crush your fears. And you guys are going to email that to tuppergirlsam tuppergirlsam@gmail.com. tuppergirlsam@gmail.com. Oh, I had lips really chapped. All right. Thoughts on tonight? Put them in the comments. Let's see. I'll wait. I'm still waiting. Oh, here we go. Okay. Waiting. But I'm in waiting. Gotta have some, okay. All right. Thank you, Anna. Lots of truths. Yep. Lots of truths. Truths hurt sometimes, but aren't they good that when the hurt goes away, you start to realize that maybe I needed to hear that, right? And I think a lot of times, yes, I think a lot of times I really do set 20 goals. Love it. I really do show you things and teach you guys things as I'm going through them sometimes as well. So like if you guys see a new party planning packet, it's usually because I needed one and I just made one for myself and I want to share it. If you guys see, like I said, I brought Nikki in for the Facebook training. I needed the Facebook training. I know that sounds weird, but I kind of feel like if I need it, then you guys definitely need it, right? I mean, because I feel like we just need that more sometimes. Great motivator. Thank you. Sometimes we allow the fear to overtake us. I was taught fear means false evidence appearing real. Yep. So true. I love a good acronym. Tonight was great. Examination of your life and business is always good. We do need to examine our life and our business because you know what? If our life is a mess, that means our business is a mess. If our business is a mess, usually our life is a mess. What makes it a mess? Sometimes it just means us having to look at ourselves and just refigure things out, you know? Again, I say this in my head often, but I don't say it out loud because I can pretend it's not so. So I have to start saying it out loud, own it, and figure out how to fix it or achieve it. It's true. So true. All right, well, good. I'm really, really glad that that happened, that we talked about this. I love this new beginning. Help. It's a new quarter. Thanks. You're welcome. You know, we're like 100 and, let's see, I think I did the math just recently. We're like 110 days away from the new year. And I want to, for myself, sit somewhere quiet on December 31st and reflect on the year. And not just the first half, but the second half too. I want to know all the quarters. I want to reflect on the year, and I don't want to be full of regrets and think, why did I give up the last half of the year? I want to think, man, I really pulled something out because I knew I could do it, and I had it in me all along. I believed in myself, right? Teresa says, I'm still new and learning, but I find your videos very helpful, motivational. I enjoyed tonight. I like the quotes. Thank you, Teresa. Teresa Kenny, whose team are you on? Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Yeah, I just want you guys to know that. I want you to know that I go through it, and I'm not the only one. There's lots of us that go through a lot of it. And we can do this together. This is why we have Fun Food and Facts. I actually thought for a half a second, should we not do Fun Food and Facts anymore? And then I thought, no, dude, we need to do Fun Food and Facts because this is what keeps me alive every week. I don't know about you guys, but I love Fun Food and Facts. I love seeing your guys' faces. I love seeing your comments. It helps motivate me, and it helps me want to do better in my life and in my business. And so you guys help me. And so I love that I can give back to you in some way. And this is the way I can, is by just giving you, you know, what I know, right? You're on Shay's team. Oh, okay. Oh, ABB and Shay. I love them. I'm in South Carolina, so will not be in person much at all. I'm in California. I'm never in person. So that's okay. All right, so we're going to do some romper room, right? Because I love, oh, before we do romper room, I want to talk about the ahas, the aha drawing. I have the bag. It's sitting here. It's in the envelope. I'm mailing it out for who won it last week. I actually don't remember off the top of my head who won last week, but somebody won last week, and that's going out. And this week's, I really don't know what I'm sending out for Fun Food and Facts yet. And I don't know because I want to go through a couple things, and I actually want to see who wins. Because I buy things sometimes with people in mind, and sometimes I buy them and somebody wins, like, oh man, I really want to save that for so-and-so because I know they were struggling with this, or I knew they wanted something or whatever. And so I know that I'm not playing favorites. I just know people sometimes, like I get to know you guys a little bit. And so I want to see who wins to see what I'm going to send, because I have a drawer full of things that I buy, and I think I just want to make it more like personal for you. So I'd like to try to get to know you guys a little bit. And that's the email too. email. So for the AHA drawing, I want you guys to, if you would, you don't have to do this. All you have to do to be the AHA drawing is to write your AHAs, okay? But if you would like to, I would love it if you would take a picture with your little fall notes. You know, it just, with your smiling face, your fall notes with your AHA. So put a picture there and write your AHA. You don't have to do that to be in the drawing. It just would make my day. So if you'd like to do that, that'd be super great. It's good stuff on Sunday nights after church. Yeah, I feel like it's after church, but it's like church for Tupperware. It's Tupperware church on Sunday nights, right? Okay, so that's what I want to say about the AHA drawing. And please do not forget to email me. I cannot wait to read them. The sooner the better. All week long, I'd love to just see them kind of flow in. All right, let me end the recording before we move around the room. So if you're watching the recording, thank you for watching.